start today's class by thinking about our posture. Feet together, toes out, heels out, centre of the hips, centre of the knees, centre of the ankles. And I'm going to ask you to start by just rocking the weight forward into the toes and back into the heels. So a very small movement. And while you're doing that, gently look down and just check that you're not pushing your hips forward or sticking your bottom out. And think about taking your shoulders back, slightly retract the shoulders, arms turned out so the palms are facing in, centre of the fingers along the seams of your trousers. Okay, coming back to centre, weight evenly spread across the feet. And we're going to come to thinking about our breath. And breathe in, and as you breathe out, we're going to float one arm up towards the sky. You might notice I've got my palm turned inwards. This position opens up through the shoulder. You're going to get a higher reach without lifting the chest. So thinking of breathing out as you move. So all our exercises, if you breathe out on effort, you're going to help support your core. Breathing out as you lift, in as you come down. Now I'm going to turn your attention as well to engaging the pelvic floor. So you can relax as you start coming down, but as you're about to move again, think of engaging the pelvic floor and zipping up as if you're trying to put on a slightly tight pair of trousers. Okay, let's change the movement. We're going to take the arms across the body and then rotate them up as if they're between two panes of glass, warming up through the shoulders. So do what feels comfortable here, but try and really retract the shoulders. So I'm pulling my shoulder blades back. I could almost stand against the wall and let those arms slide up and down, knuckles touching. So the arms are as far back as you comfortably can, but make that movement come from the shoulders, squeezing those shoulder blades slightly close together, breathing out as you lift up. And try and really lengthen your breath and slow down that movement. You don't have to be moving with me. Okay, and release. Let's just shake that out. What I want to do next is just challenge our balance and work the muscles in the side of our bums. We're not going to come down on the floor. I'm going to ask you to put your feet together so the balance is slightly more off here. And from there, you're just going to step out to the side, rocking, leaving the foot on the floor, coming back in. Let's rock out and back in. I'm slowly moving a little bit across my room so that I'm not too close to the table here. Just rocking out. Now, have a quick peep down at your feet. Have you turned your toes out? Quite often I see this sort of movement. I want us to be feeling this in our glutes, in our glute medius muscles, in the bum. So, I'm going to turn. Here. So if you had your hands in a pair of trousers, jeans pockets, it'd be where your index finger is. So think of leading slightly with the heel. You can just feel that working now. Now, let's challenge our brain as well as our bodies. I'm going to change that up a little bit. If it confuses you, stick with this. We're not taking the foot off the floor in this movement. I'm going to pause a second. We're going to step together and then do the rock. Step, feet together and then do that rock. Well done. Step together, rock. And in. Step together. Watch those feet staying parallel. Step together, rock. And together. Step together and rock. Hold it here. Okay, just give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Let's move on to working those shoulder muscles. So we're going to start by opening up through the shoulders with a dumbwaiter. Think about your foot position again, nice and even. Watch that your pelvis is in neutral. We don't want to tuck it under too much so that we're standing forward. We don't want to be sticking the bum out. We're going to bring the arms in as if you're holding a tray. Bring the elbows in tight to the waist. Relax your hands. And you've got to pretend you get something in there that you cannot bring the hands in front of your body. You're going to open out as far as you comfortably can, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So, squeezing the shoulder blades together without lifting the chest. So think about the backward movement and coming back to relax. Breathing out as you go out. Doesn't matter how far you go. Just concentrate on getting a little bit better movement each time you do this exercise and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Well done. Let's flip the hands over and do the same thing. Hands are relaxed, almost as if you're carrying a tray on the back of your hands. Probably why it's called dumbwaiter. Don't know what the dumb bit's about, maybe because he's forgotten his tray or her tray. Okay, and release. Shake that out. I find it quite nice after that exercise just to relax the shoulders, so you can either gently let them hang. This isn't a definite swing, I'm letting them hang, or you can just lean forward slightly and let them circle in their sockets. Whatever feels good for you, or just shake them out. Okay, let's go back to the lower body. So we're going to work on pelvic stability. So what we want to try and do here is keep the pelvis as level as possible. I'm going to ask you to put your hands on your top of your hips, on the pelvis, so you can feel what's happening. What I don't want to see is wobbling side to side. Feet stay hip width apart. I'm going to turn so you can see a bit better what I'm doing, but stay facing me. I'm going to ask you to come up onto the balls of your feet as high as is comfortable for you, and you're going to drop one heel and drop the knee forward and lift and come down on the other side. Now, I'm on a couple of mats here. Probably noticed I change my base. I've got two mats that are different colours each side, so it's quite thick and spongy, which challenges me. If you're on a thick mat or carpet, you're really going to be challenging your body. If you're on a hard surface, it's going to be a little bit easier, your choice. That's a hint. If you're finding it really hard, not only do you lift less high, but you go and stand on something a little bit harder. Okay, so while we're doing this, are you feeling what's happening? If that's uncomfortable, make it forearms against there as well. That works as well. I want you to feel what's happening. Feel what's going on with your ankles. Are your ankles wobbling out to the side? If they are, make it smaller. I'm going to ask you as well, briefly, I don't like to ask you to look down because we want to keep our head up in good posture, but I'm going to ask you to briefly look at what's happening with your knees. Are they coming across the body? Have a tendency to do that? Open them out. They might also be pointing outwards, but more often I see them pointing inwards. So try and bring those knees straight forward. So you're going to be working here on keeping the pelvis strong, particularly if you've got a weakness in one side. And you're going to feel it in your ankles and maybe your knees. So really make that move as small as you need to be in control. I don't mind if you're wobbling a wee bit. We're going to be challenging some of those smaller muscles in the ankles. But we're really here trying to work on the pelvis if we can. Well done. And relax. Shake those legs out. We're going to come now to upper body again. So give the lower body a bit of a shake out, give it a rest. And we're going to work on those muscles that stop our shoulders rolling forward. So I want you to think first of all about opening up through the shoulders. Let's warm up a little bit through there again. So we're going to take it forward, pull back, 2, 3, and be really careful as you do this that you're not pushing your chest out. So I'm going to show you what might go wrong. So you're not going to be doing this. I want you to just think about squeezing those shoulder blades together, whether you're here or whether you're coming a long way back. Okay. It's giving you an idea of where your shoulder blade should be. So we can get some looseness there. You can stay standing. I'm going to come down onto my knees just because my arms tend to go out of shot in the camera. So arms nice and wide, relax. You can sit in a chair if you want for this as well, but just watch that you're not sitting too far back if you do. Pulling back, so you squeeze the shoulder blades together and you're going to relax the fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you pull back. I'll turn again, reaching up, pulling back as far as you can. Now you might find your hands are in front of you rather than behind. Whoa, I seem to be very lopsided today. last couple. And let's then shake them out again. So don't do what we did earlier. You might find just letting the arms swing like this or across the body feels good, or circling down, bend the knees if you feel you need to, and release, shake it out. Well, let's finish with a bit of stretch of the arms. I'm going to ask you to take your right hand onto your left shoulder, let it slide and just give it a little push. So I'm letting that hand slide over the shoulder and you're feeling the stretch in that shoulder. Keep breathing. Think about your posture while you're standing, feet hip width apart. Think about retracting the chin, keeping that head upright, pulling in your abdominals, and keep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And release, change sides, take it over to the other side. Again, hand on the shoulder, let it slide. Hand on the fleshy part of the arm, just above the elbow. Just give a little push until you feel that stretch. You can straighten the arm if you want. I find just resting the hand on the shoulder really makes sure that your arm is high enough and in a good position to get that stretch where we're looking to get the stretch. Okay, a couple more stretches before we finish today. I'm going to ask you to take the arms behind you. So you're stretching across here. So think about stretching back. And then when you get behind, without pushing the chest forward, if you can, take the hands together and squeeze back. If you can't, just hold it here and stretch. But if you can, lifting those hands up until you feel the stretch just across the front here. And hold. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose. Try and avoid letting the rib cage lift or push forward. Don't try and relax the neck. And release. A little bit of a shake again. Next one, stay with your arms about the same height as your chest. Top of your chest here. Hands one on top of the other. You can link the fingers if you want. I don't. I like to clasp them one on top of the other. Less painful on the fingers. And you're going to pull the arms as far away as you can comfortably get them. And keep that tension, keep breathing, and pull the elbows out until you feel the stretch across the middle of the back. I'm going to quickly show you the position I'm in. So I'm going to turn my whole body forward. Stay where you are. I'm here. So I've gone out and then pull the elbows out. And I'm feeling that stretch across here, which is the bit that we've been working quite a bit today. Now from there, if you want to extend that, lift your head up as if you're taking over a ball, and then try and look down between the centre of the ball. And that really stretches through those muscles in the upper back that we've just been working. Keep breathing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Well done. That's all for today in your standing only workout. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.